Welcome to Journey Punks presents Vamp Camp. This is our Vampire the Masquerade first full chronicle, following up from Blood Pool from last year. I am the game master, the storyteller, Gierhart. I also am the showrunner of Journey Punks, and welcome back. We're happy to have you, whether you're watching this on YouTube or listening to this on a podcast platform. Welcome, and yeah, it's time to dive into the world of darkness, and let's go ahead and introduce ourselves for those who may be new or just want to hear our voices again. Let's start with Kuhnoodle.
I am Anna, also known as Kuhnoodle on the internet. I play Marceline.
Yeah, and Evie.
And I am Evie, also known as Evie, and I play Calista Vile, who is the local logistics expert.
All right, and Clark.
Hey, I'm Clark, and I'm playing Aaron Achilles.
Yeah, and Lizzy.
Hi, I'm Lizzy. I play Daisy Wrath, brand spanking new vampire.
Yeah, fledgling.
Yes,
World of
that is
Darkness
the
terms.
wee
terminology.
Little wee baby.
Tiny little baby.
A child. And last but not least, Jay.
Hey, I'm Jay. I play Chaz,
Nice.
returning champion.
That's
Chaz.
right. Yeah,
Yep.
Marceline,
Okay.
Chaz, returning champions from Blood Pool. They survived, and here they are for now, anyway.
Did we really?
Well, undead survive. Yeah, they haven't met their final deaths yet, but we'll see what happens. Anyway, yeah, welcome. This is episode 4 of Vamp Camp. So a quick recap. NightTrap, the company has an outing that they're out on the coast of Lake Michigan in rural Wisconsin. This is north of Milwaukee and in Longfellow, and so they are in the middle of desolate. Very isolated campgrounds. It's a very large campground, though. And, yeah, their quirky boss, A-Lock, Alexander Locke, he goes by his nickname, A-Lock, to just basically have an outing to go bond. They're a startup tech company that produces satirical media on the world of darkness in a way that it seems to be folklore, myths. Think Bat Boy on a newsstand at the grocery store. It's actually based on truth, but meant to be hidden in plain sight and to entertain. Their office hours are open at night, and yeah, it looks like A-Log has funded the entire outing. And he's brought his favorite employees, Marceline, Calista, Aaron, Daisy, and Chaz with him. And they have all arrived at the campgrounds. Now, currently, everybody's getting ready for a live performance by the pop-punk band known as Sewer Shark. But they are also going to be attending the show with some unexpected guests. This unexpected guest involves those kindred from the not only Camarilla, but also the Anarchs as well. And it seems as though everybody is weirdly getting along. It seems like kind of like you would expect like medieval kings and queens getting along before they go to war, sort of that calm before the storm. So far, there hasn't been any apparent violence going on. None that would disrupt the possible 3 opposing groups. It seems that those 2 groups are also not very friendly with that of the unofficially titled NightTrap coterie. And also a friend, in parentheses, quote unquote, question mark, from the past, the Daywalker Dante, also Dampier, DDD, is now with the NightTrap coterie. And whether he's going to help out or not, we shall see. But so far, he seems to be a helpful hand. He's getting his arsenal ready, with that of Chaz, who has past skills as a hunter as well. Now, there are humans here on the campgrounds as well. Now that Dante's here, and he has been known to not just hunt vampires, but also humans as well, and maybe little and other creatures of the night. But also, Calista came across Robin, who she has fed from. So there definitely at least is one human to feed on. And Daisy was a human when she arrived, but is no longer a human now that she has been sired by Marceline. Daisy is now a fledgling kindred. She's now a vampire. So, yeah, big changes for Daisy. But yeah, basically no permission was asked. It was just done on Marceline's own whim. And that's important to know. So here we go. Let's dive in. So we have a little less than an hour left until the Sewer Shark show, which is on a stage about half a mile away from the main social center that everybody has been congregating around. This is a place that's the center of the NightTrap coterie's cabins that they've been sleeping at. And you're all inside where there are pool tables, there are foosball tables, there are couches, there's fridges. Daisy has just been turned. Daisy, you're sitting on the couch. The big flat screen TV is off. And you feel cold. Your heartbeat is not beating anymore. You're not even breathing, but you seem to be fine. You feel a deep hunger inside. And you sense that there's a possible satisfaction that may be on Calista's lips. Calista, currently, you are also in the same building as Daisy, and you still have some blood on your lips. A few driplets from Robin that you forgot to wipe off that on the corner of your mouth. Just a few little, just look at that's something right there in the corner of your mouth. But Daisy, you sense this, and it seems delicious. The others are spread around the same main room, but you're all there. But yeah, the focus right now is on Daisy and of Calista. So proceed.
Has Aaron's little manslaughter situation been dealt with?
Say that again, I'm sorry.
Has Aaron's little manslaughter situation been dealt with?
Not yet.
Where is he right now?
Aaron, you're you left it. You left the scene. You're currently also in the social center as well.
I'm just hanging out.
There's no way Calista would have left the scene without tidying up. So I think
well, in that case, we could revert to a flashback then, in that case. If we want to,
Yes.
Yeah, let's go back to that. Okay, so revert. This is basically inside Calista's memory of what just happened. So we see the blood driplets on Callista's mouth, and then we see Calista sort of gaze off to the distance as Daisy's staring right at Callista's mouth. And Calista remembers what happened after the manslaughter, and Calista is now with Aaron in the memory after the incident.
Aaron,
Oops.
what the fuck? What? You tell me.
Man. I mean, the things you'll do when you're hungry here. I am okay. This is bad.
At this stage, I'm not even listening to Aaron's explanation. I'm frantically looking around, seeing if there are onlookers or civilians about to encounter this.
Well, your general perception says no, but if you want to look deeper, you can.
I definitely want to look deeper.
Okay.
We have enough Riches of the Masquerade to last us a lifetime.
Right.
Or a lifetime.
Yeah. There's a lot of people. There's a lot of eyes around you. Okay, then in this case, I will ask for a check. Would you like to do investigation, And you can add one more skill to that check, and I'm going to ask for a difficulty level of 3 successes for that.
I'll do wits and investigation.
What's the investigation? Okay. Yep, just need 3.
5.
5, just a regular
Yeah.
5. Okay.
Yeah, just normal 5.
You notice that Dante is on top of the roof of Aaron's
That's
roof.
fine.
Yeah.
That's fine.
But that's it. That's it right
mostly
now.
looking for anyone else that's not in our immediate social circle.
Not around of you
Okay.
that is that can see what had just happened now. Everybody's either
Alright.
off getting ready for the show or inside their
Yeah.
cabins at the moment.
Like I go to like Aaron and I point to the man, ignoring the 2 bucks right now. Like get rid of that.
No, that's I stuffed the body inside one of the animals, and I tossed it a little bit. I think we're gonna be okay.
It'll keep you warm. They smell bad.
We can explain the animal. We cannot explain this body. Get
Okay, no,
rid
you're
of
right.
it.
Okay. You're totally right. You're totally right. I'm gonna walk over to the buck, and I'm gonna remove the man out from it. And I'm like, well, what should I do with it?
There are possible Inquisition and also like other forces outside of the Camarilla present in this very camp. We cannot let word of manslaughter get out.
Okay, cool. I got this.
You hear a whistling from on top of your cabin roof, Aaron.
Oh, sup, Dante?
Hey, Aaron. Do you want this? And he has a bottle of Diet Coke with him, a plastic bottle of Diet Coke, but it has like clear liquid inside.
Oh,
He's like, it's not Diet Coke.
Okay.
It's gasoline.
Yeah, oh, Dante.
And he pulls out a lighter. He has a lighter with him too.
I see exactly where you're going with this.
Kindred.
Toss it.
Yeah, you just burn. Don't get it on yourself because you'll burn to ash because you're kindred. But yeah, if you want to use this to burn the evidence, go for it. And he tosses you the Diet Coke bottle filled with gasoline and the lighter.
Okay, I grab it, and I'm gonna be like, Calista. I know this looks bad, but I got this. I'm gonna fix it. No one's gonna know anything.
you are going to burn this body with, and I point to the Diet Coke, 1 bottle of gasoline.
Well, I'll get some
have
sticks.
you ever tried to burn a body before?
Well, no, this is, I will say this is my first time.
All right, here is what we're going to do. We are going to, I'm not exactly an expert in rubbish disposal.
I got it. I'm sure there's like some kind of cave or something around here in the wilderness.
There is a big lake near you, Lake Michigan.
Oh, Lake Michigan is known for how deep it is. We'll just toss him in there.
All right, we don't want him to wash up to shore, so I'm going to look around for any weights that we can like tie to the body to like sink him.
Okay, great. Maybe maybe we can, kind of chop him up.
We do not want any parts of him to wash up to shore.
No, you're right. Okay, you're right. One.
You're
smooth
whistling
package.
from on top of the roof again from Dante. And he goes, "Hey, Aaron!" And he pulls his sword out. He goes, "Here you go." And he throws you his
Dante.
bastard sword.
I'm just like, Dante, you are not an expert.
And Dante's like, I'm having a good
Clean up,
time.
are you?
He lights a cigarette. I'm having a good time.
Can you please make yourself useful and find some weights for us?
Who gave him the gasoline, the lighter, and the sword?
Yeah, I got this.
I'm
This is all
helping.
good.
You're not the boss
Do
of
you
me,
know if
Calista.
we have boats?
Well, we'll look on the beach for something. I'll look around.
There
Okay,
is
and
a bass boat. There is a bass, like a fishing boat, like that's parked up
Okay.
near the dock that's nearest to you. Yeah, it's very low on gasoline, but yeah, it has like enough to like, right out to about like 800 feet in the lake and back.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't believe I'm doing this, but I take off my jacket and I wrap it around the face of the man, so it can't if we encounter anyone, it doesn't look like that he's just dead. Maybe like he was passed out or something like that. And I'll lead Aaron to the edge of the lake, but I'll attempt to avoid any cameras if possible.
Cool. I'm gonna kind of put an arm of the dead body around me, kind of like a Weekend at Bernie's kind of thing.
Okay, I'm gonna need a stealth check from both of you, and you can each
that
add, and you have none. I'm gonna ask you to add one skill on top of that.
Okay.
And okay, so there's not really much going on right now, so you're lucky. So I'm gonna need 2 successes though.
Yeah.
So Calista, what skill would you like to add?
Can I do Dex and Awareness?
Dex and Awareness. You can do one of those. You could choose one, Dex or Awareness.
Okay, I'll do Awareness.
Okay. And now I just need 2 successes, 2 or more.
Okay, and I have 0 stealth, so.
Oh no, Calista, what'd you get?
Oh no.
Oh, that was a flat-out failure, as in blank on everything.
What did you get, Aaron?
Yeah, I'm an office lady. Okay, I'm not built
not
for like
not a sneaky
grunt
ninja.
work.
I'm in the
not-
podcast.
I'm not built for this.
Yeah. Okay, now the podcaster.
Yeah, okay. I have can I use I have 2 craft, or not craft.
What about Awareness or Dex for you?
Let's see. Okay. I got 2 decks.
Okay.
Awareness 0.
Oh geez. Okay. Yeah, I go with Dex then.
Okay.
Oh, you can choose athletics. I'll take athletics. Yeah. For
Okay.
this, I'll
Okay,
accept
that's
that.
one. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So you need 2 or more successes. Yeah. And so you have a dice
Okay.
pool of 4, and you don't have any hungers because you just slurped this guy dry. No pun intended.
I'm feeling really good.
Marceline. Sorry, I saw your face. React to that.
Okay, we got 3 failures.
Any successes?
I got 1 success.
Oh God. Okay, so Robin sees you all. She's carrying a basketball. It looks like she just went and shot some hoops. And she goes, "Hey, Calista, and what are you 2 doing?"
I immediately go up to Robin and I use Cloud Memory.
Okay. For the players in the audience, could you explain what that does?
So Cloud Memory is a free action that, as long as I say the words forget, I can get someone to forget recent events.
Right. It's like Men in Blacking them with the laser.
Yeah. I think on a unsuspecting mortal, I don't have to make a roll.
No, not for this. So she goes, "Oh, and she just starts bouncing the basketball, dribbling off towards the stage. She goes, "Yeah, I was going to the Sewer Shark show." So she immediately ignores you both.
I push Aaron along, come on.
Calista, that was so sick. That was so awesome. And I keep
You
running.
need to get this guy out of here.
Okay, we're gonna set him on fire. We're gonna chop him up. We're gonna put him in the boat, and we're gonna sink him to the bottom of the ocean.
We're not setting anything on fire. It's
Okay,
going
you're
to
right.
attract everyone's attention. We're just going to attach some weights to him. We're going to dump him over the boat, and he's going to sink to the bottom of the center of the lake.
Yeah.
So he does
Holy
not
shit.
get washed. So that he does not get washed up on shore. Does anybody read any crime novels?
Oh, I read a lot of podcasts. Yeah. But I
Read?
They all get the transcripts.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
They all get. But they all get caught. So they're not good. It's probably not great advice to listen to. We got this. Are we at the boat yet?
Chaz,
Are we at the boat
you see
yet?
this on the patio. You see what's going on. Yeah, you're having a snack. What are you having a snack of as you're watching Calista and Aaron get towards the boat?
Doritos.
So you're eating your bag of Doritos and you're seeing. So Chaz and Dante, or Dante from the roof, Chaz from the patio.
There's
of
like
the,
blood that I'm dipping it in.
yeah, just dip it in blood salsa.
Blood salsa.
and watching Dante from the roof, Chaz from the patio, just watching you two struggle. But yeah, you also know that both of them are
I'm
watching
just
you as you're
like-
struggling.
Oh, they look like they need help.
Yeah, Dante just smoking. And he nods at Chaz, like,
Yeah. I go like, dip?
and he just SMH. Yeah.
You're good? Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
back at Calista and Aaron struggling.
Are we at the boat yet?
Yes, you're at the boat. You're at the boat.
Oh my goodness.
But
okay, I'm going to.
So it has paddles and it has the motor, the boat motor.
Yeah,
What do you
yeah.
do?
Oh, let's just. I feel. Let's paddle. Let's
Let's
not
paddle,
draw
like
any
less
more.
attention.
Yes, less attention.
Are there weights nearby?
None that you can see. Do you want to do an investigation check?
Yes, please.
Okay. For this, I'm going to ask for 2 successes or more. Just straight investigation.
Oh, only investigation.
Yep, just investigation for this.
Oh, 2.
So you do notice that there are 2 rocks that seem to be around 10 pounds.
Yeah.
They are near the dock, so you can lift them. So what do you do with them?
10 pounds. Sorry, I'm just gonna convert that to my
So that's 20 total.
Australian
Oh yeah, sorry.
kg.
Non-American system because we're jerks. Use a different system.
That's why when you laughed, like we laughed when you said like the middle of the lake,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
because Lake Michigan's like it looks like an ocean.
it's like a sea.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
wow.
You
like
can't see the
Okay,
It's
other
huge.
side.
we're not going to the middle of the ocean.
yeah, it's enormous.
But-
We're gonna go
Oh,
up pretty
God.
far
But
though.
it is really deep.
Yeah,
It is.
It's
the
very deep.
largest lake in the country.
they just call it a lake because it's freshwater. That's all.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
basically the size of like the it's like near it's smaller than the Caspian Sea, but it's kind of like that.
Like the Gulf of Mexico.
Yeah.
Right.
Wait.
All right, I don't.
Well, that's really huge, but yeah, something like that. It's big. It's big. Yeah.
It's big.
Big.
Yeah.
I got a science
Big.
question. If the blood is sucked out of them entirely,
They'll float.
would they float, or because blood's got a bunch of oxygen in it, would they sink easier?
That's a good question.
Yeah, because they're not filled with gas. Oh, they might be filled with gas though, because they died.
Gases,
And
probably.
your body gases up when you die.
He's
Yes,
probably gonna
no,
float.
I watch
yeah,
a lot of
float.
true crime stuff.
So
No.
it'd be 4.536 kilograms per rock, Evie.
Oh god. I don't know if that's enough to sink this guy though. Are there anything heavier?
We got the.
Just those
we'll
rocks.
We'll rip
Just the
off the
rock.
motor off of the boat, and we'll attach him to that.
And how are we going to explain the missing motor?
I'll set it on fire.
So Alok comes out and he goes, "Hey, what are you guys doing out there?
Oh, Alok, don't worry about it. Just
Is this guy
we're just
asleep?
going-
Is this
Yeah,
guy
he's
in a
real-
bag of sleep?
He's real tired.
What do you? What's going on? I'm your boss, so you have to tell me.
Alok.
Spit it out.
Okay.
Did you kill
okay.
this guy?
Yes, Alok, I killed this guy. I did.
Okay.
I did, but I need you to be cool about it.
Okay, you know how cool I'm gonna be? I'm gonna tell you both to go back inside and just leave me to it, all right? I'll take care of it. Because you know how cool I am is like the fact that we're like in a really dangerous situation, but we're here to have fun. So if you guys don't get inside, you could like get us all like made go to our final deaths. So like go inside quickly and I'll handle it, all right? I'd like really like go. I'll take care of it, I promise. I would final die for you two.
I mean, okay.
I don't question that. I clap him on the shoulder and I go, thanks, Ayla.
I got it. Bye. I'll see you inside. Maybe we'll play some foosball. Go.
Alok, do you want to set him on fire?
I'm-
Pepsi thing.
So Aaron, look at me for a second. Look in my eyes. Look deep into my eyes. I'm a lot smarter than you think I am. I do fuck up a lot of shit, but I'm smart when it comes to taking care of my friends. Other than leading them to a possible huge death trap at a campground, which I think I probably regret. But you know what? We're here and we're gonna have fun.
Okay, Alok, thank you.
Can I give you a bro hug?
I give him a bro hug.
Okay. And he's like he's like really strong. He's like, it's like cyborg strength how strong he is when he goes and like 8 cracks in your back crack and you suddenly feel like way more relaxed and taller.
Great.
Yeah.
All right, Locke. Thank you for this. I owe you.
He's like, oh, hold on, and he has a backpack on it, and at the backpack he pulls out a football and he throws it to you. He goes, here, take this. And he throws you a football. He goes, I want you to have that in case something bad happens to me.
Oh, Alok.
Because you're my boy, Aaron. Now go inside.
Okay.
Stop talking. Go inside.
I run inside.
Okay. So he grabs the body and you both go inside of the social center. You're now back where Evie was remembering. We're now zooming out of Calista's face, her eyes of everything. You just like, wow, that was, stressful. And back to the driplets that are still the dried blood driplets from Robin that are still in the corner of your mouth that you've yet to notice. And Daisy is right in front of your face staring at them. Daisy, you're about 2 inches from her nose.
I gently put my hands on Daisy's shoulders and I gently pivot her so that she's facing Marceline.
I feel weird. Everybody.
I should have probably warned you a bit.
My stomach hurts. I think I'm hangry, but I don't really know. But Calista, you smell so good. Whatever you ate, it's amazing. I can smell it on you.
So I reach into my bag and I still have, how many pouches do I have left? I still have 2 pouches left. And so I reach into my bag and I hand over Daisy a juice box. I go, Daisy, I don't have many left. But this is so you can calm down. And so your tummy ache will go away.
Thank you!
It's gonna taste really weird. But I try to get the flavored stuff.
Okay.
So it tastes like fruit punch.
Sweet. I take it and I drink it.
Okay. So it tastes really good. It tastes like, in your old life, it would have been disgusting. It would have been horrid,
Goopy.
Drinking blood, metally, but now it feels nourishing. But it feels like it's like drinking like Walmart high seed off-brand fruit punch. Like it's good, I'm sweet, but it doesn't fully satisfy you. But it keeps you at bay.
I let her know, when we get back home, I can show you this service I use. If we survive this,
Yeah. Oh, God.
I use this service. It's kind of like Uber. And they deliver stuff for you. It's like the new Gen Z version of vampires.
Okay. Thank you. Just chugging on my little juice box.
So, for now, it holds you over for now, but you never thought you'd enjoy the taste of blood, and it's gone immediately. Like you slurped it down. You're still hungry, but you're not hangry in terms of game dice. So I'm not going to give you a hunger dice yet. Hunger die. So you're good for now. So Marceline kept you at bay. Your sire kept you at bay. So Alok pops his head into the rec center. And he goes, hey everybody, just so you know, the Sewer Shark show is about to start, okay? Just had like north, like sort of like northwest from here. You can't miss it. You'll start to hear like sounds from like the early 2000s, but it's like pop punk. I love them. Okay, they're called Sewer Shark. They play really good music. Okay, so I'll see you all there. Okay, also if anybody from the Camarilla, Daisy, maybe you can talk to Calista about the Camarilla and the Anarchs and, you know, like everything in the world of darkness, vampire world. You know, just like, you know, get the lowdown from her if you have some time. But like, and also, if anybody asks, if anybody asks you, Daisy, if Marceline asked permission to turn you, you totally did, all right? And if anybody gives you shit about it, just say just like send it to me, okay? Tell them it was my fault, all right?
You're a real homie.
Okay. Hey, you're all my best friends, and I would do anything for you. And like, we're gonna have fun, okay? We're gonna make it through this, and we're gonna have fun, all right?
Even though Marceline thinks Alok is always a little too wacky, she gives him a gentle, like, not a hug, but just like a pat, like, you're a good guy, Alok.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. Words of affirmation is what makes me keep going in this unlife. So thank you. So I'm gonna go to the show. I'll see you all there. Bye.
Okay.
So he immediately runs and he sprints. Like you see him through the windows. He sprints
Naruto
towards
run?
the stage. He runs really fast. Like, yeah, it's just immediately. Like, and he looks worried. He looks really worried.
Cartoon.
Yeah. Like, yeah, you see like a Sonic the Hedgehog smoke and dash. Like,
I know this is off
speeds
topic,
up.
but I totally miss Zuki's speed shoes.
Oh yeah, and the speed shoes been useful here. And then after Alok leaves, Dante comes in and he puts a cigarette out on the patio and he walks in and he goes, so you're all going to that sewer shark show, right? SSS.
I feel like we kind of gotta.
Yeah, I thought
I would
it
really
seems
prefer not to.
mandatory.
Okay.
Chaz is still on the
Alas.
patio, I think. Just still eating
Chaz,
chips.
get in here. Finish your Doritos.
Chaz flips in. Yeah, let's go.
Well, I'm gonna go separately. You guys can go together. But I just want to make sure if you're armed. Are you armed?
Pull up.
Yeah,
Pull out the gun.
I mean,
Armed with what?
So
I'm armed.
Well, my
with
hand down
who?
is like.
you're armed, Calista. I was gonna give you a Beretta, but if you're already armed,
Oh yes, I am armed with a handgun.
who else needs a piece?
Do you have a melee weapon? I don't do guns.
Well, Aaron, do you have my sword?
Oh yeah, here.
Okay.
Okay, so he takes the sword and he knocks it like on the ground, and immediately it splits into two swords, and he hands it to Marceline. He goes, "Here you go." You may need to wrap it as make some kind of jerry rig sheath for it, but there
She
you go.
usually has like a backpack purse on. Like that's what she usually carries all her stuff in. And so she kind of takes she has a sweater in it and she wraps it around and she's kind of hooks it to the back.
So Marceline now has a sword. So it's a bastard sword. If you look up Trunks Dragon Ball Z sword, that's exactly the sword that it looks like.
Definitely familiar.
Yeah, I have it.
She
I have a
prefers
replica hanging
katanas,
up.
but she's content with this.
Bastard sword. Hold that thought about katanas. And he looks at Daisy, Dante, and he goes, "Do you need a piece? I know you're a fledgling now, but do you need a piece?"
Yeah, well, yeah, I didn't know. I don't have anything.
So
I don't
he out of his
know what kind of concert this
out of his
is.
back, he pulls out a small handgun, but has 4 barrels in it. He goes, "This may look small and may look insignificant, but it's very powerful. It's loaded with hollow
Expecting to get weapons.
points." Bless you.
Sorry.
It's loaded with hollow points, so they'll stop on impact. You have 6 shots. I know it doesn't really make any sense, but it can load up to 12, but I only have 6 left in there, so it's better than nothing. So here you go. And he hands you the handgun. It's silver and black.
Thank you.
All right. All right. Well,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to the show. Chaz, what were you gonna say? You got Doritos on your mouth.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Sorry. I was just gonna say I got a few knives and a shoddy on my back that I'm covering up.
You probably want to do something a little
Shells.
more.
You don't like
You want to trade that shoddy with me? Because I'm second guessing. You probably don't want to go in looking like you're gonna
That's
shoot the
too
place
much.
up. Yeah. You probably
this
want
is
Is
to.
more
it
of like
normal
a-
to have a sword on my back?
Swords are
Well-
okay, because swords look like stylish, like a part of
Okay,
your.
I'm in
you know-
LARPing. I LARP. That's
Yeah,
what this is.
swords are different.
I'm a LARPer.
And I only had 2 swords on me, Chaz, so you probably want to trade your shoddy for like something you can
I have
conceal.
a duffel bag up in the room. I can probably go.
All right. Well, I recommend you
Swap it
putting
out.
a couple pieces on you and conceal them
So,
before you go. To
I
the
mean,
show.
I have one little, on my ankle, and then just a couple, knives right here. And remember, I have cargo pants, very stylish right now. And
I'm a fan of
Thank you. You should be. They're very utilitarian. And okay, so no shoddy. We're gonna go
Yeah.
no shoddy.
No shoddy. Because remember,
What-
there's Anarchs and Camarilla there, and there's going to be humans there.
So mainly melee weapons.
And remember, there's still a Masquerade to maintain.
Yeah, and something with a little bit of reach, though. Like,
Okay. I'm going to let you think about this,
I'll
buddy.
figure it out. It's not my first rodeo, Dante.
I know you're experienced. But now remember, you're a vampire. You're kindred, so you gotta act the part instead of being all
You have to make
Roy
me look
Die
good.
Hard. Bruce Willis Die Hard about it. So pretend to be a PhD student. Anyway, I'm going to the show. I'll see you all there. So he leaves.
Dante just insulted me as he left. I am a PhD student.
You did take your classes serious.
So Storyteller speaking now. You have like the end of this scene, and I'm gonna give you all real time. I'm gonna after I'm done talking, I'm gonna start the timer. You'll have about 3 minutes to decide to do anything that you want to finish up what you're gonna do. Actually, I'll make it 5. 5 minutes to decide whatever you need to do before you go to the show, and then we'll cut immediately to the show if that's where you choose to go. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna
Do
start
I
the
still
time.
have time to go seek someone out?
If you tell me you're going to do that, we won't have time to do the scene beforehand. Seek someone out. You mean to feed or to talk, to consult somebody?
To talk to them.
Not before the show.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Unless you choose not to go to the show. You could choose not to
No,
go to the
I
show.
definitely am going to the show.
Okay. Yeah, because we can definitely split the party up and have you go talk to that person.
No.
Okay.
The show's too important.
You do notice, right after I tell you this, I'm gonna start the timer. You do notice that there is a man being, a very well dressed man. He has long black hair, very very white skin, and he is about average height. He's being he's surrounded by like very intimidating looking Camarilla all around him. There's about 10 of them all around him, and he's walking towards the show. And you do recognize this person, Calista. This is none other than Mark Decker, the Prince of Milwaukee. And now he's out of sight, but you did see him walk past. I'm starting the 5-minute timer now.
Marceline's just gonna go back to her room, look through her stuff, gather any of like her important things. Like she brought a bunch of tech with her, and so she has a pocket knife and stuff. So she grabs that. She grabs like anything. Like she didn't pack much. Like the only stuff she's pretty much leaving in the room is like her pajamas, but because like I said, she always carries a little backpack with her.
Right. And the sword, cosplay
Yeah.
sword. Great.
Yeah. She's just
what's that?
pretending she's a LARPer because like she wears like a sweater that like we talked about this in the last campaign. She wears like a sweater that's kind of like a cloak.
Yeah.
So she just kind of looks like she's getting into the cosplay, like
Yeah.
LARPing.
Pop punk kid with a sword.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice. Calista, Aaron, Daisy, Chaz. What's your last moves before you get head to the show?
I'm pulling Daisy aside, and I am going to give her a very short TLDR rundown.
Okay.
We have three main factions at play that I suspect are going to be here tonight. The Camarilla, which is the local established authority that I am a part of. The Anarchs that are trying to overthrow the Camarilla that I suspect Alok is a part of, and also the Second Inquisition who wants to kill and hunt and experiment on many undead creatures of the night. And we also have humans. So Daisy, as a very, very newborn, I have only one advice to you, and that is to stay as close to your sire as possible. Don't talk to anyone. Don't make eye contact. Pretend that you're still human. Do you know how to activate the Blush of Life?
DJ, I have a question. Would that be something I'd be able to do? I genuinely don't know.
You don't know currently, no.
No.
It's
No.
like try and call upon your undead vitae so that it flows through your body again, giving you a facade of false life so that you don't look too out of place in a crowd of mortals. It's going to be dark out there, I suspect. So your skills don't have to be perfect, but what I am telling you is to blend in and to lay low and to stay close to your sire. Because
Okay.
you can and you will die if you step out of line.
Now you do know how
And
to do
that's-
that, Daisy.
And that's final death.
Well, I do find Daisy because as Marceline, she usually does do like makeup to like give off the vibes that she's human. And so she does make sure like she checks Daisy, like she brings out blush and just kind of like.
I was gonna run back to my room
Makeup,
and put on
yeah.
blush.
Okay.
Well, yeah, like, so then I'll see you in the room, and I'm like, okay, Daisy, you
Yeah.
gotta like
I'm like,
kind of
Calista
helping her.
just
Like,
told me I'm gonna die if I don't stay by you, and then I have to try and look more human.
honestly, just be really
Why do you
weird.
think I always am like fully made up despite it being like 5 o'clock? Like,
So Chaz, were you nearby when Calista was giving Daisy this rundown? Were you listening? Was Chaz listening?
I think he was going to his room.
Noted.
He was heading off to his room.
Noted.
Yeah.
That's important. So, okay, cool. What were you doing, Chaz?
Go to my room
back to the
and
cabin and getting stuff?
Good to switch out my fucking shotgun.
Okay, so get concealing.
Yeah,
weapons.
so a little joke. It's just for aesthetic purposes. This is an aesthetic shotgun. Anyway, he's loading up. He's basically going full John Wick here, and he has 2 Bowie knives on his sides with silver blades. And then he's, of course, cargo pants that are stylish, but still hold enough, ammo.
While Chaz is looking at his cargo pants in a mirror, you hear a "ow" from outside.
And I'm like, he just keeps going on, doing what he's doing. He puts a Beretta in his right side with a bump stock on it, which I believe is illegal in Wisconsin. But we're vampires. Being
We are
vampires-
legal
Are you sure you want a bump stock? Because that can protrude your clothes and be seen. Like, that's an important question.
Is the bumps how I Googled
It's still
bump stocks.
gonna poke out through your jacket. Yeah.
It'll poke out from my
Like
jacket. What if I put
it'll
it-
be a bump. Yeah, that you could see.
What if I put it in a strategic place on my pants to make it just look like a bulge?
A bulge? I mean, you
Yeah.
can, but the bulge is gonna be very. I'm gonna go for it, man. I'm not gonna tell you what to do. If that's what you choose to do,
Okay,
it's gonna be
realistically,
very
how-
noticeable. Let me just tell you that in the world.
Bump stock talk. Okay, I'm looking at it now. So that's a handle.
I was gonna say people are still gonna notice.
I just knew that bump stocks mean that it basically makes it automatic.
If you have the confidence, you can pull it off.
Yeah, if you
can
can-
pull off anything.
And then I look at the bump stock and I'm like, you can do it.
Okay.
You can do this. Just be confident.
Well,
Be
on that
confident
note,
and yeah.
Oh, sorry. Finish what you were gonna say.
And so he has that bump stock with him, and also he looks in his duffel bag, and there's a box in the duffel bag, and he's like, not yet. And he like pushes the duffel bag under the bed, and then stretches a little bit, and then heads out.
Okay, cool. So we're at time, but I'll give Aaron one chance to say what you do before you head to the show. Oh, I think you're muted, buddy.
Aaron's just fiddling with his gun, spinning around,
Just playing.
and he's like, "Let's go to a concert."
All right, cool. So we cut to. I'll wait till Calista comes back. And yeah, so Alok's already left. Dante's already left. And do you all? You know what? I want to wait till Evie gets back. So why don't we go ahead and take our break now? Why don't we go ahead and take our break? And let's see. It's 9:26 Chicago time right now. Let's go ahead and take a soft 10. A soft 10.
10?
Yeah. So I'll write that here. And yeah, everybody.
What gets
So
too intense?
see, yeah. So we'll see you all here in about a soft 10 minutes. Switching over to the intermission screen now.
Big soft 10.
All right, I'll put now. Hey, welcome back, everybody. All right, going to the rock show, the pop punk show. All right, so everybody makes their way to the outdoor stage. This stage, it's a pretty big stage, but it has like a building on the back of it to basically bounce the sound from the music towards you, like sort of a impromptu amphitheater. But it's pretty big. It's like as big as it's a little smaller than like what you would see at like Lollapalooza, one of the stages there. But it's on the campgrounds, and there are no seats, but there is a fence on either side of the area, the stage area, if you will, the ground. And the back part of it though is completely open, but there are a lot of people there. You can probably estimate that there is around between 150 and 200 people there that are actually at the show. And you all arrive together in a group. You can't see Dante or Alok just yet, but the band comes out, and they one of the guys comes out, and he's a real tall guy. He has like a light skin complexion, dark brown hair, kind of a beard, kind of like a kind of burly guy. He has an electric guitar with him. He has his band. They're all men, all male, and there's a drummer, another guitarist, a bassist, and there's one guy who's seems to be the lead singer. He's holding a mic with no instrument, but the guy with one of the electric guitars comes out, and he has the beard, and he goes, "Hey, thanks for coming out to the show, everybody. We're Sewer Shark, and I just want to dedicate this song to a special guest tonight. Her name is Marceline. Marceline, just so you know that this song and all the songs we're going to do tonight, they're all dedicated to you, okay?"
Hi.
What? And everybody looks back at you.
He just kind of starts crouching down into the crowd.
The entire crowd looks back at you.
Whoa, Marceline.
What did you say, Marceline? Marceline, what did you say?
Why me?
Could someone relay what she said? And you hear whispers like all kind of like telephoning back to you. And then one she seems to be part of the Anarch. She has like a cool leather jacket and like a spiked collar and like a shaved side head. And she goes, "Hey, what did you say? He wants to know."
I said, why me? I don't know who they are.
Okay. And she yells up in a very loud voice. She goes, "Mike," she goes, "Why her? Why did you say her, Mike?" And then he goes, "Oh, we're not supposed to tell you that, but I can tell you why I said it. And it's because I'm in love with you, Marceline. Hit it!" And then they start playing their songs.
Oh.
Whoa.
And they-
And you totally
and
named
it
the guy
starts
Mike, huh?
He starts shredding. Yeah, he starts shredding, and and you hear all the drums, you hear the music, it starts playing, and everybody's just like, jump, and everybody seems to be getting along. It seems to be their Anarchs, there's Camarilla there, and probably hunters, and definitely humans around, and everybody seems like they're getting along and like enjoying the song together. But occasionally, people do look back at your group, and especially at Marceline. So
I
the
let
music's...
my boyfriend know that you featured him in the episode.
I know what you're talking about. So they're all they're shredding, they're rocking out, and there's also like some laser lights going on. The moon is out. There's some clouds, but it's like around like 65 degrees. It's just a gorgeous night, and we're at the rock show, and you're all together. And you're kind of towards the back end of the crowd. But yeah, what do you do?
just kinda like-
Hey, Marceline, do you know that guy?
He might know Prudence. Might have saw him in like passing.
You just fell in love with you. It's kind of nice. Yeah, then it's not very nice. Wrong alley. Wrong alley.
I'll just accept it.
What's everybody else doing? Feel free to talk to each other if you need to.
Allie immediately lights a cigarette and surveys the crowd. She wants to see if she can like identify people that she knows.
The only person right now that you see is, well, two people. One that you spot, Dante.
Yeah.
He's off to the, I guess, theater terms, house right, the right side of the crowd, towards the right edge. And he's just standing still. He's smoking a cigarette, and he looks over at all of you, and he nods. And you notice off to house left of the crowd, you do notice that same group of people that walked by the rec center. And you notice that Mark Decker is with him. There's around a bunch. He's in the middle of a bunch of suits, and I put the picture of his portrait in the Discord there. He is he's a very, light-skinned man, Caucasian, long straight hair, dark hair, and he has a scar that leads from the right side of his cheek to his ear, and his right earlobe is missing. But that, Calista, you're the only one that knows that this is in fact Mark Decker, the Prince of Milwaukee.
Am I on good terms with him?
You think you are.
Oof. We've met before.
You've met before. It's been a long time now. And also just let everybody know that he does look like he's in his 20s. But Calista, you do know that and it's always good to assume that kindred are much older than they appear. You know, Calista, he's around around 250.
Yeah.
But he looks like he's in his 20s.
Yeah.
But yeah, you think you're well. You rubbed shoulders about 10 years ago.
Yep. I'm definitely not going near that kind of worms, but I would like to inform the rest of my coterie who that is and to do not get on his bad side, because that is a 250-year-old kindred. Like Elder, he will squash us like an ant.
That's old.
So Dash, you mentioned hunters, so does Chaz recognize anyone in the crowd?
From your regular perception, no. Would you like to do an investigation check?
I'd love to.
Okay. For that, I'm going to ask investigation and one other skill that makes sense of your choice.
Okay, let me just...
And if it matters in how you choose to for your dice pool, I'm going to need 4 successes on this because it's a very mixed crowd. It's kind of hard to pinpoint people.
Investigation and insight.
Investigation and insight? Okay.
Yeah.
And you currently do not have any hunger dice, so it'd be a regular dice pool. So investigation and insight, that, and correct me if I'm wrong, that is 5 plus 4, so you have a dice pool of 9. So you're going to roll 9 regular dice, so you need 4 successes or higher.
What's the difficulty on that?
4. 4 successes or higher is what you need.
4. Okay,
Yeah.
great. All right, I have 5 successes.
Great.
Right.
So you're looking for hunters? Is that what you said?
Yeah, other hunters.
Okay. You do know that there are at least 50 hunters in the group.
50.
You don't. So here's the thing, though.
Yeah.
You only notice about 10 of them, like off the but you do notice like that they travel in packs. So you can safely assume with your logic and also sensing them with your kindred powers that there is approximately 50 of them here right now in the crowd, mixed in with kindred and humans.
Okay.
50 hunters.
50. Where's Dante?
And remember, this crowd's about 150 to 200 people in total.
Where is Dante?
Dante is over on house right of the crowd.
Right.
So towards the right wall of the stage crowd.
So Chaz noticing all of that and then keeping everyone else in eye shot. I think Marceline is in the periphery of his left eye and Daisy is like right next to her, I think. I'm gonna try.
Daisy is not gonna leave Marceline's side unless something happens.
Chaz shouldn't, but here he goes. If you've ever been to a show like this, you kind of have to like muscle your way like over to the right, and then pop punk shows are unnecessarily violent too. It's the one place where I've gotten kicked in the head. So
I've seen someone get stabbed at a pop punk show.
Yeah. Whereas Pig Destroyer,
girl with the girl at the rock show.
whereas I saw Pig Destroyer and it was pretty calm, weirdly. But anyway.
Oh, and then while you're doing it, Mike, the lead guitarist, immediately pulls out a hose and he starts spraying blood on everybody, and it's literal blood, and everybody's going wild, except for a good like fourth of the crowd. But everybody else is going wild over having blood sprayed over them, and it looks like a fire hose. It's like, yeah, I love you, Marceline. And you can see a bunch of people going, like just catching with their tongues.
Okay. So Chaz has made his way over to stage, not stage right, but house right.
House right, yeah.
Stage left, house right.
We're actors.
I'm clearly not, because I'm like,
what?
So I try and get in Dante's ear, and it's loud and bloody. I'm like, do you know there's 50 hunters here?
What?
There's 50 hunters here.
What?
There's a bunch of dudes that are here to kill vampires.
And he looks, he goes, yeah, I know.
Well, okay, but we need to make a game plan. Probably should have done it before now.
What do you suggest?
I'm just wondering who's the biggest threat. Is it the hunters, or is there someone way worse that we need to be worried about?
I can tell you one thing is that you gotta watch out for Marceline. She's your sire, right?
Yeah.
That's the one thing you need to do, and make sure that you don't cause any unnecessary violence, because it'll be a bloodbath.
Okay. I mean, we'll keep it to a minimum, but like, what are you going to be doing?
Keeping an eye out, and I gotta get close to this band, because if you're worried about threats, well, this band, Sewer Shark, poses a big threat, and they're a major influence over this crowd. So, in fact, he looks at his watch, he goes, I gotta go now. So immediately he starts like fishing his way through everything, and you can see him walking towards the stage and trying to get through everybody, and then he didn't blood pull. He pulls out his hook shot, his grappling hook shot.
Oh shit!
And he points it at the top of like one of the speakers that are hanging from the rafters on the stage, and he shoots it, and he goes, and it grapples onto it, and everybody goes, whoa! And he shoots up, and it springs him forward, and he lands on stage, and everybody goes, yeah! And they start clapping and stuff, and Mike goes, that was awesome! And then he gives him the mic, he goes, is there everything you want to say? That was really cool, we're gonna keep playing though. And he looks at everybody else, and he grabs the microphone as the music's playing. He's like, hey, I just want to say that Marceline's really cool, as Mike said, and also don't hurt her. Okay, that's it. Bye. I'm going to stand really close to you guys. So he just gets down on the stage, and he stands really close to them, and he just stares at Mike and the rest of the band while they keep playing.
Okay. I'm gonna make
everything obvious.
I'm gonna make my way back over to Marceline now.
Okay.
So just a bunch of that, getting back over. Go, Marceline. Marceline.
Yeah.
We should probably get out of here.
I don't like this attention.
Yeah, I don't like this attention on you either.
So the 5 of you are together, right?
Yeah.
Yes, but
Okay.
Callie is blending in with the crowd. Like she's like letting out the cigarette. She's like dancing, but she's
Yeah,
keeping
I'm
an
kind
eye
of
out.
like, this is awkward.
Okay.
You're into it, but it's
Well,
awkward.
as you're vibing the 5 of you together, Mark Decker walks close to you, Calista, and he just looks at you and he goes, why, hello there. I didn't know that you were friends with Marceline.
I immediately stop dancing. I stub out the cigarette in my hand. I fling it off to the side, and I bow like, "Good evening, sir."
Good evening. Well, good to know that you're respectful, and that, well, that's sure going to help you. And he flicks his finger, and the 5 of you black out.
Oh.
As if sleep, and Daisy, you've never been out before since you've been embraced. The way sleep is as a vampire, it's like a nothingness void. It's not like regular sleep. It's like what you imagine actual final death is like. It's just this black void, like you're just floating in a coffin in the abyss. And that's what being blacked out is, at least this blacked out. And you all, 5 of you, black out. And you come to. And you come to with bags on your heads. You're standing. And you feel that you're all pressed up against the wall, but there's like what you could feel is that there's like pictures or frames on the wall, and they're behind you. And immediately the 5 of you have your bags pulled off of your heads, and you can see that you are in an art gallery. There are no windows.
Shit.
There are no windows. There is a crowd here. Everybody's very well dressed. Suits, cocktail dresses, looks like a night on town. Everybody looks like it's like you went from a pop punk concert show to like some place like downtown New York or something, like an art gallery there. But you're here in an art gallery, dimly lit blue and purple lighting. And there are servers that are walking around with glasses of what appears to be wine. And one of them comes up to you. He's bald. And he has like a gray goatee, and he has like a gray vest, black pants, black tie, white shirt. He goes, excuse me, would you all like a wine? And there's about 10 glasses of wine. He's like, I'm sorry, they're not wine. You're all, and he looks at the 5 of you. Yes, you're all kindred. It's in fact blood. Would you like some?
This is the local Elysium, isn't it?
Who are you talking to?
Oh no, I'm talking to the storyteller.
The storyteller is gonna just look at you and go.
Are we
And the storyteller is
bound?
gonna revert back to what's that?
Are we bound? Like, are we?
Yeah.
You're
Are we free
yes.
to
You're
mingle, or are
they're
we
ribbons.
tied up?
They're red silky ribbons tied your wrists together behind your backs.
And we still have bags on our heads.
No, the bags have been pulled off.
Got
You
it.
can all see.
Are we standing or are we sitting?
You're standing. You're standing. And he looks
And
at you. Goes,
are-
"Oh, you're. Oh, I'm so sorry." And he looks at you and he looks back at, and you could see Mark Decker, and he's sitting in a very nice. I don't want to say throne, but it's a very tall red velvet chair, and he's sitting in it, and he has his legs crossed, and he goes, "Yeah, sure." So he looks at all of you, goes, "Okay, here we go." And could everybody turn around for me, please? The server says. Do you turn around?
Yeah.
Show your back.
Yeah.
Okay, so he like undoes the silky red velvet bounds on all of you, so you're all unbound. And he goes, "All right, now that your hands are free, would you like a glass? Anybody like a glass of
I
blood?"
just take one out of being polite.
There you
I
go.
take one too.
Yeah, I'll take one, asshole.
Here you go, Marceline, Daisy, Aaron. You're very rude, as I've heard. What about you, Charles? Would you like a glass?
Wow. Call me Charles. Sure.
There you go. And
Okay.
Ms. Calista, would you like a glass?
Thank you.
All right. So the server walks off with the rest of his glasses of blood. Do you all sip?
No.
Chaz,
Yes.
Yes, I sip.
So Aaron sips. Okay. Aaron, it's delicious. It's savory. It's sweet at the same time. It's also a little warm. It just nourishes you. It makes you feel so much better than what you did. Actually kind of calms your nerves a little bit too. It makes you feel a little at ease, like everything's gonna be okay. That's what it makes you feel like. Does anybody else sip?
Yeah, I also sip.
Chaz looks at his glass, gives it a little twirl, sees the legs come down on it, and then sniffs it. And then just like goes and puts just a little taste of it on his tongue. Goes like this. And spits it out. And he just holds it.
True sommelier.
Does anybody else do something weird? Or are you drinking? By the way, I responded to you that thick Milwaukee accent, Jay, in Discord.
Okay, yeah.
A fun fact outside of Storyteller talking, Mark Decker is originally from the South. His his plantation was destroyed and he ended up moving north. But he was a wretched, violent son of a bitch in his actual life. Killed natives, killed Brits, and after he was embraced, he fed on slaves, and
Oh, lovely.
yeah, he's a
He's a
motherfucker.
great guy.
But yeah, he is originally from the South. That's why I gave him a Southern accent. No offense. No offense.
No, that makes sense now. Totally. Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't like I remember what Milwaukee sounds like. Anyway.
I'm from Madison, Wisconsin.
I'm from New York City. Woohoo! Anyway, so Chaz gargles his blood. Okay, Aaron drunk it. Does anybody else drink it? Sorry, drink the blood. No one else.
I drink it too.
You drink it too? Again,
Yeah.
same effects as Aaron. It makes you feel fantastic. It's warm. It's like almost kind of like the way like we would sip like, I don't know, like warm like spice wine. Like it's just like this cozy
Mulled
drink.
wine,
It just
okay.
yeah, like mulled wine. It's just like this, like someone heated up. It just feels so good. Like it's just like so comforting. It actually makes you feel a little less worried about what's going on. So Calista, do you drink?
Definitely not. I'm way too worried right now to
Okay.
intake.
Fair. So you see Mark Decker sitting in his chair with his suited bodyguards around him, and he has like a cane in his hand. He just like kind of like fiddling with it and kind of twirling with it. It's like a black cane with a silver rounded top at the end. And he just looks at everybody and he goes, "All right, I'm glad y'all got cozy. Sorry for the theatrics, but we got some business to discuss here. Some real important business that's been far too delayed." And he goes, Kadir, can you come in here, please, and bring Mr. Goofball Alexander in here, please, with you? Mr. Locke, thank you. So, another man comes in, and I'm going to put this picture of him in the Discord as well, for y'all to see. It is right here. This is the man that
Oh
Mark
God.
was just referring to.
Yeah, that's bad news. That is bad news.
This man walks in, he looks serious as shit. Like the opposite of Alok. Like super, like he has like this like menacing, like predatorial grin on his face. Just super intimidating. And he is pushing what it seems to be Alok's body with his hands bound and a black bag over his head. Oh. And he's pushing him very tightly. This man also has a katana strapped to his left side of his left hip. This katana also looks like it could be worth a fortune as well. And he looks at Mark and he goes, "Yes, sir, I brought the man here. What will you have me do with him, Prince?" And Mark looks at him and goes, "Well, let's see here." He looks at Marceline, he looks at Alexander, and he goes, "Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch a tiger with his toe. If he hollers, let him go. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo." And he lands on Alok. He goes, "Yeah, Kadir, let's handle the Alexander Locke situation first." He is, "As you wish." He pulls the bag off his head, and Alok goes, "Why everybody's in we're seeing an art show now. Just it's all part of my plan for, this like camp outing, for my best friends, my best employees." And you can see tears that are coming down Alok's eyes, and he's like trying to smile, but he looks like really worried. And he goes, what do you do with my friends here?" And Mark goes, "Well, we you've been a naughty boy there, Alexander. So we gotta do something about it. You see, you got not only one, but now two childer." I always forget how to say that proper. Childer. like, you know, plural for child. He goes, a child? A child. Oh. Yeah, right. Yeah, child. And he looks at Marceline and he looks at Daisy. And Mark goes, yeah, that ain't good there, son. So, you're responsible for these two. I know that you didn't embrace them, but you're responsible for them. And you brought them here, and you knew that there was going to be both Anarchs, Camarilla, and that there was a risk of the Second Inquisition coming here, as well as humans, and violating the Masquerade. I mean, I don't know what else to say to you there, Mr. Locke. We're not going to discuss it much. So, yeah, I mean, do you have anything to say for yourself? And Alok looks at the five of you and he goes, I just want to say that I never had like true friends before, and I just thought that I would have my friends go camping with me. I felt like they were like, you know, true family that I never had in my life before. So I just want to say thank you, Marceline, Calista, Aaron, Daisy, Chaz. You're my best friends in the whole world.
I whisper, Alok, we're gonna get out of this.
He looks at you and he smiles, and a tear comes down the right side of his face.
I actually very slowly stand to kind of like in front of him, but to the left, so I'm not directly blocking him. And I like to turn to Mark Decker and go like, with your permission, sir, I will speak.
Yeah, all right, but like, make it quick. We're on a tight schedule.
I am aware that this might appear that it is entirely Mr. Locke's oversight about these two unauthorized embraces. However, I would like to point out that as per tradition of the Camarilla, and like she is literally shaking, as per tradition of the Camarilla, the actions of a child is oh my goodness, what was it? The actions of a child hold
on.
Is
you got hold on, Missy. I just gotta say you have 60 seconds to spit out whatever you need to say, because we gotta roll this along. So 60 seconds start now.
The actions of Marceline is the responsibility of her sire, not Mr. Locke.
Yeah, not in my jurisdiction. They go hand in hand there, honey. It's both.
That actually is.
Especially if it was not authorized. No, I know what you're talking about, but not in my backyard. Not in my backyard. Not in Wisconsin. Here in Wisconsin, the Prince of Milwaukee adjusts the rules as needed. No. They're both in the same. If one fucks up, the other one fucks up. Does that make sense to you?
Yes, sir. And I kind of like step back a little bit, but I give Qadir like a side glance because I know he's a stickler for the rules. And I also know that he's a sheriff of New York. So I don't know why he's here.
All right, 60 seconds are up. Mark looks over at Qadir. He nods. Qadir swiftly takes out his katana. And he beheads Alok. And Alok's head tumbles to your feet, Calista.
I kind of I pick it up before it turns to ash.
It
And
seems
I,
to be
like-
smiling at you, and he makes a little like kissy pucker face, and then it turns to ash.
Okay, Lock.
He would.
One last move.
All right,
Die.
bro.
Died as
Still
he
trying
lives.
in death.
Died as he
I
lives.
am
He's a simp
literally,
even
like,
in death. And final death.
Died as simp. Yeah.
I am glaring at Marceline right now. Like glaring. Like full on uncontained hatred. Like if this was not in court, I would be having a mental meltdown.
It's all right.
Like the glare conveys I told you this would happen. You did not listen to me.
Game master, storyteller,
Yes.
do I still have my gun?
You do.
Just
You do notice
an awareness check.
Kadir is staring and you saw how quickly he lopped off Alok's head, like with his sword. It was just like it was just like you can barely hear it. Like it was so fast, like it almost like broke the speed of sound. And it was so clean and quick, and it was unpredictable, like and on his movements. And so yeah, you do have options, but keep in mind you have an extremely efficient threat, like John Wick times 12, like in the room. And he is keeping an eye on all 5 of you. And Mark in his seat, and he goes, all right, now that the appetizers have been dealt out, let's get to the main course.
Marceline just yells out, "It was accidental.
It's true!
We were making out."
I didn't know what was happening.
I need to grab them, and then I need everybody here in
We're into
the.
lip biting when we make out.
I need everybody here in the gallery to gather. We are going to have court over these 3.
We
So
make
then
out all the time!
He has his suits grab Marceline, Daisy, and Chaz. And they grab you by the wrist and they pull you over to be like near Mark on the same wall that he's at, that he's sitting that his back's facing. And Mark stands up, the Prince of Milwaukee, and he's holding his cane. He's kind of like messing with it, twirling it, kind of fiddling with it. And he looks at all of you, the 3 of you, and the rest of the crowd. And Calista and Aaron are still standing side by side with each other. Again, Kadir is not. He's not holding Marceline, Daisy, and Chaz, but he is staying right next to Mark, and he's staring intently at Calista and Aaron, switching off every few seconds each other. And Mark goes, all right, now we're going to have the court over these 3. As you all know, my fellow Camarilla, that this year Marceline embraced not only 1, but 2 fledglings here, childer, without the permission of the Camarilla. And that is a huge violation of our rules.
I
So
don't
I'd
know
like-
any Camarilla to ask permission, and it was like spur of the moment.
And he looks at you and he stands right in front of you, like right in front of your face. He goes, do you want to speak out of turn there again there, Missy? Or
I'm
should I
just trying to tell you.
I'm giving you 2 more strikes. Otherwise, I'm going to have Kadir do the same thing to you as he did to your boss. When you want to speak, since you're on trial, I need to see that hand raised as if you're still in school. Do I make myself clear?
Chaz whispers to Marceline, this guy's mural is painted in Bulgaria. You may not want to do that. EHD student.
And he looks at Marceline. He's like, do we understand each other?
Yep.
Good. Because I'm actually hoping for the best for you. But we'll see what happens. I may be the Prince of Milwaukee, but I do hold myself accountable to to my community of the Camarilla. And my esteemed sheriff from New York, Kadir. Would you like to say hello to everybody here tonight? And he just looks at Mark, and he just nods. Well, that's our Kadir here. He's a man of few words, but he means a lot with just that little nod. So, I'd like to first ask the court, and Calista and Aaron, I'm including you on this. You weren't the boss of what's that ridiculous company called NightTrap, which we'll get to here in a moment. That is leaking an outstanding amount of data. It connects to the Wi-Fi, and it leaks out data to possibly ruin the Masquerade. So that we'll get to that later. But right now, we're talking about these three. I'm including you on the court, Calista and Aaron. So when I talk to the audience, I'm talking to you as well. So,
Okay.
who here thinks that Marceline should be pardoned for her double crime of embracing 2 fledglings without the permission of the Camarilla?
Absolutely.
Put your hands down. I'm not talking to you there, Daisy and Chaz. I'm talking to Calista, Aaron, and our esteemed Camarilla guest here.
Seems like an honest mistake.
No one raises their hand. Other
Calista is dead silence because she's done nothing. She in her mind, like Marceline fucked up. Like she's done nothing.
It seems like an honest mistake.
She is trying to think of an excuse on Marceline's behalf, but she's got nothing.
Marceline's an idiot. That's the answer.
So I only have one person there, Aaron.
Yep.
Aaron, what? Achilles? How do you say your last name, there, boy?
Achilles.
All right, come in here, boy. Let's hear what you have to say. I want you to speak to everybody here in the audience of the Camarilla, and I want to hear your testimony for Marceline here. Go on.
Okay.
Speak up. Use your recess voice.
Hey guys. So thanks for having us in your this cool art gallery.
You hear lots of
seems
whispers,
like a nice
and
place.
like lots of snickerings and disapproving whispers from all the Camarilla kindred in the art gallery. They're not a good house, not a good audience.
Tough crowd. Anyways, listen, for people that live forever, all right? This is pretty old-fashioned, all right? We're not just our past, we're also our future. So I think we can all just hang out and chill and continue having a good time at the summer camp. I see no reason for anyone to have any consequences. Mistakes happen. We know that. The longer you live, the more mistakes you make, right? Huh?
What in tarnation are you fucking talking about there, son?
Calista kind of puts her hand around Aaron's arm, and she squeezes very hard to get him to shut up.
Okay.
I'll give you one chance, Aaron, as a storyteller speaking. You can do a check, and I'm gonna say your charisma plus a skill of your choice, and to check on this to have any influence on anybody in the art gallery is I'm gonna say 3 successes.
Okay. Charisma, and how about oh no. Persuasion is low, performance is low.
By the way, also, everybody, even though you had some wine, everybody has 1 hunger die. The stress is high.
Okay.
Everybody has 1 hunger die.
1 hunger die.
Your body needs more nourishment.
All right, if Aaron fails, I think I've got something.
Okay, what if I
Callie
try?
is thinking very hard.
So yeah, what's your dice pool made of, bud? Charisma and what else?
Let's go. I don't know. Could we do intelligence or insight?
So yeah, you don't have
maybe?
any performance. I was looking at your
No.
performance. Insight. You can add survival. Like I could verbal, like
Okay.
survival, like pleading, for life. Yeah. I
Yeah,
can
adrenaline here.
socially. I can consider that. Yeah, I can. Yeah, I could believe charisma and survival
Okay.
if that's what you want.
Let's go for it.
Okay. So charisma is 2, survival is 3. So you have a dice pool of 5. Have your 5 die, your regular dice, replace one of those with a hunger die,
Got it,
and
yeah.
roll that. And you need 3 successes at least.
Okay. Okay. I have 3 successes. 2 of them are critical.
Which ones are any of are the red critical?
No.
Okay, great. That's good. So there seems to be about half of the room that find you cute and charming and like a silly boy that has good intentions but is entertaining nonetheless. You hear some laughter.
take it.
You see people. You see this woman who has she's very tall. She has a red dress on, red curly hair, very light ginger skin, red lipstick on, and she takes noticing at you, and she just kind of like does like a head bobble, and she looks like she's tipsy, but she's not, and she just like thinks she's very taken to your liking, and yeah,
She gets it.
and so it seems that all hope is not lost. And Mark looks at you and goes, all right, well, since what he just said was nonsense, I'm going to go ahead and have him. And then that same redhead goes like, no, Prince, with all due respect, I'd like to hear what his friend Calista thinks. I think this Aaron, right?
Yeah.
that-
Hi, Aaron.
Hi, I'm Sophie. Nice to meet you.
A pleasure.
Nice to meet you. I'm here on business from New York as well as Kadir, and I just wanted to introduce myself. I'm Sophie, and I'm very happy to be here in your Midwestern territory area. You're from Chicago, right?
Yeah, it's Midwest. It's great.
I have an
time.
apartment in
Great time.
Chicago. I come visit every once in a while. Nice. Yes, Prince, I would just like to see if, I don't know. I think they're Aaron, correct me if I'm wrong, but from what I read of your file, you are sireless because your sire died, was it? They reached final death? Killed by a hunter? Maybe I'm wrong. Do you know where your sire is at the moment?
I do not.
But they did reach final death. Are you aware of this?
I am unaware of this.
Okay. Well, Prince, I would just like to say that I would like to vouch for them and see what else they have to say, as well as his friend Calista, in hopes of helping clear the name or possibly making up for it in some way for their sins against the Camarilla. But yeah, I will be off to the side here if you need to if you need me to vouch for them or possibly pitch something for your pleasure. And he goes, all right, yeah, sure. I started to zone out, but yeah, that makes sense. It doesn't, but I like you, Sophie. You're, a beautiful kindred. I like redheads from New York. I don't go there often because they, it's a little too fancy for me, But I hear what you're saying, and for the fun of it, I'll hear out what the others have to say. So looks like you got some time there, for you there, Sonny boy. You got Miss Sophie over there to thank for that. So I'd like to hear what else you all have to say to defend Marceline, Daisy, and Chaz or Charles?
Was Charles, it's now Chaz.
So Chaz is what you like?
Yes, born Charles. And
Boring Charles?
I was born Charles.
I know what you said. I was like,
We're joshing each other. I got it. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, have some respect for the prince. On the prince here. So have some respect for me. By the way, Storyteller talking. This is a picture of Sophie.
Yep.
In the Discord.
What's up, Sophie?
Mommy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Evie
it
knows.
is.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd like to know what Calista has to say. Calista, it didn't seem like you wanted to say anything, but I'm asking you one more time if you want to vouch for your friends here, especially Marceline.
Sir, I am well aware of the mistakes that Marceline has made. However, I think she, and especially especially Chaz is a changed kindred, and they would sincerely like to join the Camarilla and become a part of the Ivory Tower. Now, Marceline's sire, whom is responsible for her actions, she, I believe, is Anarch. And while we have already punished, and she choked up a bit, Mr. Locke, for Marceline's actions, I believe that Marceline's sire is the one who is ultimately responsible. And if Marceline can help us weaken the local Anarch resistance, then that would make up for her past transgressions and for her past mistakes to offend
My grace.
To offend your grace, yes.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what. I hear what you're saying. And yeah, the fact that she's part of the Anarchs, that is not good. That does not say much. I actually didn't know that. Kadir, did you know that? And he just nods. And he grins, and you can see this. You see some of his teeth. And he looks like he's like pissed, but also like excited at the same time. And he goes, "Yeah, I guess Kadir knew too. So, or I didn't know he knew. But all right. Well, I'll tell you what. For the fun of it, because like technically you're all Chicago kindred. Am I not wrong? That's where you came from. Your business, your startup company, your ALOX.
Yeah.
By the way, Calista, I don't know if you knew or not, but we went through Alexander Locke's files. Looks like he left everything to you. That's right. You are the sole heir of all of his estate, including his company, his apartment, his possessions. He left everything to you. Talk about a total simp, am I right?
She's pretty speechless.
So I guess that makes you the CEO of NightTrap, which means you got a lot of responsibility on your hands. Because that's also another mess that needs to be cleaned up. Because that's a big no-no here in the Camarilla. You know how much we hate technologically things that collect data and connect to the Wi-Fi. We don't like it.
No, sir, of course not. And I apologize sincerely on my predecessor's behalf.
I'm going to give you a couple choices here. And he looks up at Marceline and he goes, do you think you'd be willing to join the Camarilla there, Marceline? And leave your beloved Anarchs?
I have a question about, like, out of game.
Sure.
If I switch, does all my abilities change?
No, like it doesn't do
okay.
anything to your character. It just means that you're like
Okay.
Your reputation and your social aspect changes. It doesn't do
Okay.
anything to you physically.
Kind of like your alignment in D&D changing.
Yeah, your alignment changes.
Um.
And you could lie. You could lie and
Yeah.
say to placate the prince at this very moment in time. Say like you're willing to join,
Sure.
but you're still an uncut at heart.
Okay. Well, like, I guess just as like this is a Marceline said, like, she's still very new as a vampire, so she's like, she's not familiar with everything, so she just knows like from Prudence, because she was a Camarilla, that like they're not the best people, but she knows it's the only way to survive.
Yeah, Prudence used to be a part of the Camarilla,
Yeah.
your sire. Yeah, she
So
switched
she
over.
knows, so she knows some about it. Prudence didn't tell her like everything. But like, so I think, yeah. So Marceline's just gonna be like, yeah, I'll help.
You mean you're gonna join the Camarilla? Is that what you mean by
Yeah.
help?
I mean, like, I was kind of sired into the Anarchs. I don't know anything about the Camarilla. So it's like, I'm still very new at all this, and I would like to learn. And I feel like I can be helpful.
Marceline, Storyteller talking. I'm gonna need a check from you. At least getting by on that fib to Prince Mark. So I'm gonna need a dice pull from you from Persuasion and one other skill of your choice, and your difficulty here. It will be a 3 or better.
What about wits?
Yeah, sure. Wit'll work. Wits will work. So your
I have 1 hunger.
well, that's an attribute. For this, I'm gonna
Oh.
ask you for a skill other than
Oh, okay.
persuasion. So persuasion and one more.
Performance.
Okay. So that's a dice pull of 5, and you need a 3 or better for success.
And then one of them's hunger die.
And one of them's hunger die. Yep.
I got my hunger die was an 8.
Okay, that's a regular success.
Okay, and then I got 10, 10, 6, 3.
Of the regular dice,
Yeah.
okay, so 10, 10. Okay, good. 6 and 1, 3. Okay, great. See, that's plenty. So he looks at you, he's like, all right, I believe you. Okay. So I assume you're gonna bring in your childer in with you to the Camarilla.
She turns to them. She goes, "Are you guys gonna come along?"
Yeah.
I go, do I have a choice?
And he looks at you, he goes, no, you don't actually, because if you
Yeah,
don't, I'm gonna have Kadir lop your head off.
Yeah, just come along.
Yeah, we would be honored to be a part of your wonderful society.
Of course, yeah, that's good to know. So okay, so here's what I'm gonna need you all to do this. And Calista, Aaron, I'm assuming you're all together in like an unofficial coterie. Is that correct? Am I correct in saying that?
Yes, sir.
I'll just call you a NightTrap coterie unless you come up with a cooler name. All right, since you're all working for NightTrap under your new boss, Calista. So I just want to say that I need you to do a couple things. One is I need you to get your asses back to Chicago immediately. Who dropped the glass back there? Edgar?
Sorry,
Sorry, sir. I dropped one of the glasses. I was startled by you. I'll clean it up immediately. So he goes and cleans up some blood on the ground he dropped. And he goes, all right, as I was saying, I need y'all to get your asses back to Chicago immediately. Leave this campground. And I need you to go to Chicago. And I need you to discreetly, because remember, we're a masquerade. The masquerade's important. I need you to destroy everything that you've been working on it at NightTrap. I need you to get rid of it, and I need you to do it where no one notices. If someone notices that you are destroying and making a ruckus, and they start to catch on of what's going on, even if they don't even catch that you're kindred, I'll send Kadir after you immediately, and he's swift as the wind, and he'll lop your heads off immediately. The other thing I need you to do to prove your loyalty to us is I need you to take care of the Daywalker named Dante. By take care, I mean you need to give him final death or half death or whatever you want to call a Dampier's death. I need you to make him deader than dead. Do I make myself clear?
Yes, sir. When you mentioned destroy everything NightTrap has been working on, do you mean we must disband the company, or simply destroy its existing servers and its online distribution platform?
I need you to do both, because a lot of that data can still be saved. I need you to both legally and physically destroy NightTrap to secure the Masquerade.
But what will my
Now-
job be after?
I don't know. That ain't my concern. But what will a job be worth to you if Kadir lops off your head?
You've got a point.
Now, I will alter one thing I just said, is that I need you to leave the campgrounds immediately. I'll give you a choice, because I realize that Dante is in fact here. And so are the hunters. So, if you can clear out those hunters, and Dante, do not forget Dante. He has been a nuisance for years. And clear out NightTrap. Then yeah, I'll accept you all part of the Camarilla, and I'll vouch for you for my close kindred in New York. And he's looking at Sophie and Kadir. I'll put a good word with you. I'll even put a good word with you with the Prince of Chicago. So, exterminate the hunters here. Exterminate. And by the way, we're underground. I don't know if you knew that. The show that you're all at, it's about 500 feet above the ground here. We're in the ground. We're 500 feet below ground, so it's above us. And they all know you're here. At least the kindred do. So you need to take care of them, and you need to take care of NightTrap. If you don't, and I mean that, like, if you don't within like the next week, and the hunters better be cleared out there way before that. Well, yeah, you'll be walking around without heads on your shoulders, courtesy of Kadir. Now, I don't know if the Anarchs have offered you anything, any kind of deal, but they're pissed at you too. I'm pretty sure that I'm offering you the best deal out of between the Camarilla and the Anarchs. The Anarchs are trash. Don't believe them. They offer you anything, don't believe them. It's not as good as what I can offer you. Okay? You worried about money there, Marceline? You join the Camarilla, don't you worry about it. We'll figure it out. We have our resources. I'll set you up in a real nice apartment in Chicago. Let you off the hook. You'll be able to work your way up into Camarilla, politically, socially. You'll have the life. But you need to do these two tasks within this week for the Camarilla. And only for the Camarilla. Don't you go and two-timing us. Do I make myself clear?
Yes, sir.
So what do you have to do?
Destroy NightTrap, kill the hunters at the camp,
And
kill Dante,
kill Dante.
and maintain the Masquerade.
Above everything else.
Of course.
Maintain the Masquerade at all cost. All right, I need to go rest. Even though I don't feel its effects, I'm still craving a beer, so I'm gonna go do that because I just like doing it sometimes. I also still like smoking, so excuse me for indulging in my former life, my former life vices, but they make me happy. So, everybody, this meeting is dismissed until further notice. We will meet up again in 7 days. Sophie, Kadir, thank you very much. Yeah, enjoy the show, everybody. The elevator's to my left. I'm leaving. So he leaves with his suits, his bodyguards, and the rest of the crowd slowly walks away too, and they all get in the elevator in a couple of different groups. And the only two left are Sophie and Kadir. But Kadir picks up, he cleans up the mess basically from Alexander.
Before he does that, I take out like a little box that I've just been carrying with me. That I've probably like used it to like either stash the handgun or something. I just empty its contents, and I kind of collect Alok's dust into the box.
And you could just hear echoes in your mind of like, hey Calista, do you want to like share this ice cream cone to Calista? Isn't this a nice moonlight tonight? And Calista.
Like close the box. And I
shut up, Alok.
I glare at Marceline again.
I didn't do anything.
She did what she thought she was doing was best.
I
Can't blame her.
have been put a lot of responsibility on myself for something I have no idea how any of this works.
So Sophie
told
walks
you.
up to you, up to the five of you, and Kadir's already left, and he's cleaned up the mess after you've already got your sample there, Calista. So Kadir is gone for now. He's sheathed his blade and got on an elevator, and Sophie walks up to you, and she lights a cigarette. She goes, well, before you all head off, I think we should talk very briefly, but we shouldn't do it here. Would you all meet me upstairs and meet me directly east of the show? It's a dock there, like a boat dock. I think we could talk privately there. I'll see you all there in about 10 minutes. And she leaves and gets on the elevator. And it's just the five of you now in the art gallery, in the underground art gallery.
I feel like she's our only choice.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah.
She is the reason we are alive.
Chaz still has his cup full of wine, and then finally
Blood,
just
yeah.
a whole thing.
So remove your blood die, your hunger die.
I still have mine too.
There
I have
also
mine too,
is-
and I do the same.
There's also tables with a
Solidarity.
bunch of like glasses of wine too. Like there's like about 20 full glasses of wine like on separate tables with like white cloths on them if you want to drink up and replenish yourselves.
Marceline has her water bottle with her. And she fills it up.
Okay,
Yes.
that's smart.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Do all of you drink?
Oh
Yes.
That'll be
I
feed?
drink. Yeah.
Calista, do
until
you
my
feed?
hungers.
No, I don't. I only have 1 dot of hunger, and I need to drain someone for that to go away, so I don't
Okay.
touch it.
All right. So, do you do anything to converse at all while you're still in the art gallery?
I adjust my bump stock.
I don't know why they're expecting us to do all this when I don't even know what I'm doing. I was a merch girl.
We are, and I go to Marceline. Like, I am now in charge of you, all of us. And if we don't perform, my head is going on the chopping block next, along with everyone else in this coterie. The reason why the prince handed us this is because we're expendable. We are a
Why?
tool. He wants us to clean up his mess for him, and it doesn't matter if we meet final death or not. That's why we've been given this.
Can we just like not?
We are not aligned with any smaller factions within the Camarilla. No one would miss us if we are gone.
You hear the elevator ring, and the door opens, and comes out is none other than Robin. And Robin looks at you, and she goes, Calista, I had to find you, and they let me come down here. Yeah, they let me come down here, and I just wanted to feel your kiss again. Could you please? And you're probably thirsty, right? You're probably thirsty, and you could feed if you want. You could feed here.
This is not the time. Why are you?
Aren't you? They told me I could come down. I talked to them. They know.
They know. Who's they?
The vampires upstairs. They told me I can come down. They told me I can come to you. I don't know their names, but I know what they are. They're like you. They gave me a briefing of what's going on. They know that I just want to like be near you and help you in any way I can. And I know the way I can help you is that you can feed off of me.
Okay, let's.
And if your friends want to do that too, you can do that too if you want.
Dang, Calista, you got her whipped.
I lean over to Marceline and I say, "Is this what everybody wanted to turn me into?"
Maybe.
She brings her wrist really close to your face, like, just do it.
Again, I only have one dot of hunger, and in order to remove that, I have to kill Robin. So I'm definitely not killing Robin. I give her a tiny bite, just enough to take her edge off more than anything else.
So
and
you could. I'm not gonna reenact it, but everybody else can hear Robin moan a little bit because because it feels good. It feels good. Yeah, it fills some bliss when you get kissed, when you get bit. So she feels that. By the way, yes, Evie, you are correct. Game talking. Everybody else, if you had more than one blood dye, that is gone. But yes, please keep one there. As Evie said, you'll have to kill for that to be gone. So I was mistaken. But yeah, so after you feed a little bit on Robin, what do you do?
Robin, now I need you to be a good girl and tell me everything you know. This company that you work for, RE Cybersecurity.
Mm-hmm.
Are they out to hunt people like us? These vampires?
So, they're not really a company. I'm actually a grad student at Columbia, and well, that company it's not a real company. It's a fake that me and my friends were told to say that we work for. I'd like to go into detail, but I'm not sure if I should do it here. But just so that I and a lot of my friends are students, I'm not here to harm you. I don't know about them, but I'm not here to hunt or anything like that. I literally want to help you, Calista.
Were you in one of my classes?
And she looks at you and she goes, Who's that? Wasn't he? No. She looks back to Calista and ignores Chaz.
Fair enough.
He's got one
Robin,
of those faces.
This night is about to get a whole lot messier. So I need you to go back to your cabin and wait for me there.
Okay,
Do
I'll do that
not
right now.
step outside again.
Okay, I'll go.
Me?
Yeah, I hear you. Yes, ma'am. I'll go. So she immediately leaves. She's waiting for the elevator. What is it?
If whatever you hear going on outside, do not open the door and do not step outside. You hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
If people come for you, hide.
Yes, ma'am. Can I pee outside?
Don't you have like a toilet in the cabin?
Maybe, but my roommate uses it a lot, and it's just kind of gross. The elevator pops on. I'll figure it out. Okay, bye. So she gets on the elevator and goes back up.
All right.
It's been about 5 minutes. Sophie told you all to meet her in 10 minutes. What do you do?
Yeah.
Let's go meet this girl.
I think we should, go
should
meet
go.
Sophie.
Yeah.
So all 5 of you go there?
Yeah.
And remember, respectfully address her. She is a very influential member of the New York Camarilla court. We've already
any of
made
this works.
so basically each city as long as
We'll assume
it
that you're
has
doing
a
this on the
Camarilla-
elevator as
yeah,
you're riding.
in the elevator.
On the way there, yeah.
Yeah.
Like as long as it has a Camarilla presence, it's going to have a court of kindred. That's essentially the ruling party within the city. You've got the prince, who is the boss. You've got the sheriff, who, like, for example, Kadir that you just saw. He is the law enforcer of New York court. You've
Chaz?
got sorry.
Chaz discreetly pulls out his phone and starts recording everything you're saying.
Chaz, put that down.
PhD. I want to finish it sometime.
Do
Chaz,
not.
I need you to roll. I need you to do a roll for me. I need you to do a technology roll.
A technology roll?
Yeah,
Okay, so
technology.
that would be-
And so you have a dice pool of 3. So just 3. And I need you to add your hunger die. And
okay, so
you
that'd be
need
1, and then
you need 3 successes for this check.
3 successes with a hunger die of 1, right? Yeah.
No, I'm looking at your sheet.
Blood
it says
die,
3.
okay,
It says
yeah,
it says 3. Yeah, so like it's gonna be 2 regular dice and 1 hunger die, but you have a dice pool of 3. You need 3 successes.
All right, here we go. 0 successes.
So your phone flashes, and it flashes red, and then gold, and it immediately shuts off. And that was after you've recorded and you stopped recording.
I go, fuck.
How much did you get there?
And it was connected to the Wi-Fi.
I was fumbling a little bit, so I.
Chaz,
don't
I
know how much of
cannot
that-
keep doing this. These mistakes will cost you your life. I mean,
Calista, you know that this is a
Connection cost me my
possible
life.
data breach of what happened.
this is a
From the Second
possible
Inquisition.
Masquerade breach. Like,
And-
again,
Chaz, you knew exactly what it was too, because you used to be part of the Second Inquisition. The Second Inquisition literally just stole a file from you of what you were recording.
Oh fuck.
And you know because you used to be Hunter.
I just never heard it explained before. I've only ever.
Yeah,
seen
they're
little
extremely
wisps.
tech savvy and very surveillancy with especially
like, honestly, like Calista is about to
Old
pop a vein,
habits.
if that's possible.
She has no blood to pop.
Old habits. Okay,
PhD students.
maybe nothing happens.
Do you
get that back.
understand the
Maybe-
severity of the situation? You just saw your own boss. His head get lopped off.
That it was a regular thing I used to watch.
I'm still
It's-
carrying his ashes. Does that not
I
mean
know.
anything to you?
It does. It does. It does. Yeah, it does. It does.
So you reach Sophie. And this is after Chaz's phone crashed. It's not broken, it just crashed. And from being connected to Wi-Fi and recording what Calista was saying. So it's safe to say that the hunters now have a recording of Calista, recorded from Chaz's phone. But you've reached Sophie. She's standing out looking gorgeous and beautiful with her red dress, the moonlight shining. You hear another "ow!" And then you hear a gunshot. And then you hear yeah, I got him good. And that was Mark's voice.
Yeah.
This guy's a dick.
Fun fact: Mark's a well-renowned werewolf hunter. The Prince of Milwaukee. Known fact, a very well-known fact about him. Anyway, so Sophie looks very undisturbed by it, and she's smoking, and the lake's shining in the moonlight. She looks over at the five of you and goes, "I'm glad you all came. So yes, I don't know if I've properly introduced myself, but I am Sophie Langley, and I'm sure Calista knows this, that I am part of the court of New York City. I'm visiting here. I was called by the Prince of Milwaukee, and I don't know what to do with you all, but I do see use with all five of you, and yes, even you, Marceline, which is the major target here of the five of you. I want to help as much as I can, but I can only help as much as I can without interfering with my own well-being and status within the Camarilla."
Why do you want to help us?
It possibly will help my stance in the Camarilla further if I could help you prove your worth. Now, I will say that this may sound bizarre, and yes, I am part of the Camarilla, but I will say, and do as you will, that it may be of some use to you if you hear what the Anarchs have to propose to you. And I say that because if you want to be a part of the Camarilla, gathering information is key, as I'm sure you know this, Chaz, from being a part of the Second Inquisition Hunters. Camarilla values information as well, and our enemies are not only the Second Inquisition, but also the Anarchs. So if you were to pretend to hear them out, carry out their wishes, and report back to us before you follow your two major duties, let's just say 3 if you count Dante, it will be of major use for not only me, but the Prince of Milwaukee and your initiation into Camarilla officially and saving yourselves.
So what you're proposing is we be triple agents?
Give or take, yes.
Give or
Spies.
take. Spies.
But all for the Camarilla.
Okay. Okay.
Interesting.
I'm going back to Chicago to my apartment there. It is within the Sears Tower, or what they call it now. It's been a while since I've been back. Wilson Tower? What is it? You're all from Chicago.
That's it.
Wilson
That's
Tower?
it.
Oh, thank you. I'll be at the Wilson Tower. I have an apartment there. I'm going to go there. So if you need me, you can report to me there. The bellmen know exactly where my apartment is. You are all welcome to go there at any point. If you get in trouble, hopefully that won't be at all or very few moments. But remember what I said. It's important to hear what the Anarchs have to say, bizarrely, if you choose to do so. Now I'm going to go finish enjoying the show. Excuse me. And she walks back towards the stage.
Bless you.
She looks back at Chaz and she gives him a nasty look, and she just looks back. and then she looks at Calista, and she looks at Aaron, and she kind of winks at both of you. And she keeps walking.
I lean over to Chaz and I say, I don't think she's into you at all.
I don't know.
And that's where we'll end the session for today. Wow, Alok's dead.
Great line to end on.
Dude, Avlok.
He's dead. He's final death.
Oh, I'm so sad.
He just wanted to
I'm actually sad.
be friends and be a simp.
I'm actually really sad.
Being a simp is not a crime.
Here it
Or
is.
having no idea what I'm doing.
Not a crime.
Everybody's mad at me. I don't know what I'm doing.
That's literally what this is. Like, Mark was like,
all
what the fuck
Marceline.
should I do?
What's everybody's closing thoughts before we do
No one ever
outros?
trained me to be a real vampire. Prudence was like,
I
YOLO.
would like to, well, because this will definitely happen off screen, because there's no way Calista is like letting the rest of her coterie, what is now her coterie, like run amok without properly being informed. So I would like to just read out the 6 traditions of the Camarilla.
Go for it. Yeah.
And so the first tradition is like you must respect the masquerade. You cannot reveal your own nature to those that are not of the blood. Second one is the domain. So respect the domain, which is like the territory of other kindred. If they have established domain, you're not allowed to hunt within it. And basically, traditionally, like only the prince is allowed to assign domain. The third one is the progeny. So that was what I was saying before. Like the actions of the child falls upon the shoulders of the sire. So technically, Marceline, unless Prudence has released you from her care officially, like your actions typically, like technically speaking, falls upon her. So that's why I was trying.
She released me.
We'll talk about that. We'll talk about that soon. Yeah, but yeah.
Yeah, that's why I was saying.
What
Like
Calista's
technically,
saying, or Evie saying is right. True. Yeah.
Like technically, Alok is not responsible because he's not your sire, and he's not really an established leader of our coterie. But in this case, Mark Deckard wasn't having any of it, and
his tech company really pissed him off, and it was such a risk of doing media on the World of Darkness to the public. Yeah, it was such a dumb idea. He thought it was cute and funny, and then they're like, "Yeah, fucker, we're off on you, dumbass." But now it belongs to Calista now.
We gotta avenge A-Log.
Yeah. The fourth one is that you cannot sire new kindred without the permission of the prince, which of course we just discovered. And the fifth tradition is hospitality. So when you arrive in a foreign city, you must present yourself to the ruler there, which we technically again did not do because we're supposed to present ourselves to Mark,
yeah.
But we didn't. And then the final one is destruction. So only the prince has the power to call a blood hunt, which is saying that it's basically taking away a kindred's right to live and say like if anybody sees them, like destroy them, and you're technically not allowed to kill another kindred without permission. So that's the TLDR version of surviving in the Camarilla.
Too much work.
Yeah, that's like honestly, in my personal opinion, I think Marceline is more suited for the Anarchs.
So, game wise, so this is some Sports Center talk, like predicting what could happen. So Sophie presented you all that she recommends that you listen to the Anarchs. That means you're probably gonna have an opportunity to have a similar scene with the Anarchs, and you're gonna have a choice to go with the Anarchs or go keep following through with the Camarilla. It's gonna be up to you. There's also a third possible opportunity. Is
rock falls, everyone dies.
Well,
fireball.
Is the Second Inquisition may approach you to work as double agents to help them.
But never, as a rule of advice, like never ally against your kind. That never goes well.
You can do it, but it's not a good idea.
It never goes well. It's not even the last resort. It's like a suicide mission.
Yeah, but you can still do it.
It's not an option.
But yeah, that is the possibility of what's about to come. So, and as a storyteller, I support in following you through with, even if they're crazy choices, because we only have until the end of May. Yeah, first week of June is the extreme latest. So, I will support in whatever of those three options that you choose, or you can just say fuck it and run and Get away from insane bucket. And like, you could do that if you all want to do that. I will support that. I will not railroad you. Like, I don't. I try to not to do that. Like, as much as I can. Some things have to like kind of follow suit, but like, I want to see what your all's choices will be. Together, individually, what have you. But yeah, and also remember Dante's out there too, and he's been a good friend, but
Dude, Dante's gonna want revenge here.
Yeah.
we'll see
But
what
again,
happens.
like Mark Deckard is a 250-year-old conjurer, and he's a renowned werewolf hunter. And like, just putting out context, werewolves in the world of darkness is not your typical werewolf. Like, they are basically werewolves on steroids.
Yeah, lichens,
Like,
yeah.
unless you are a very ancient elder, like they're basically going to just crush you like dust.
And you heard
Like,
Mark
they're
just
very,
take out
very
one of them
powerful.
real easily. Like, while you're going talking to Sophie, he just like offed one. Like, he killed a 10-point buck. Yeah, so a
It
deer.
is Wisconsin.
Yeah, Wisconsin. Yeah. So
Oh.
anyway,
Got a lot of time.
yeah, shit has now hit the fan. So we'll see what happens next. Yeah, but boy, that call out from the rock show, right? Mike really had really wanted to
totally
win
gonna
your
tell
heart
him
there,
about this.
Marceline. That's a big thank you to Mike and Rematch for letting us use their song "Live a Little."
Joke's
Cool.
on him. I think he's icky in this world.
Ah.
Boys are icky.
We still like you, Mike. Anyway, let's
still
go
like
do yeah. Let's do outros. Oh, I'm choking. Anyway, I'm Dash Gierhart, everybody. Thanks so much for listening or watching the show, whichever way you prefer. Check us out. Check out Journey Punks on Instagram and Twitter at Journey Punks, and you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Dash Gierhart, DashGierhart. And let's go around and start with Kuhnoodle on outros.
You can find me on Instagram as Kuhnoodle Art, or on Twitter at Kuhnoodle, or on Twitch TV as Kuhnoodle. I VTube as a cat girl.
Hell yeah. Meow, cat girls.
I also draw art.
Yes. Yeah. You're really good at art. Yes.
I'm really good at promoting myself.
Yourself. Yeah, it's good stuff. Really good stuff. Don't use AI art, everybody. Use Kuhnoodle's art. Anyway, moving on. And Evie, let's do your outro.
So I'm Evie. I was playing Miss Calista Vile, a very, very, very tense and upset logistics expert and freshly minted CEO of NightTrap. My handle is Woodland Evie, and I am on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter.
Nice. Hell yeah. And Evie's been having some really cool photo shoots. So check all that. On Instagram and Twitter, right? Both those been posted I've been seeing, right?
Yeah.
They're dope. So cool. Awesome. And Clark, your turn, bud.
Hey, I'm Clark playing Aaron Achilles. And yeah, you can follow me on Instagram at Clark_bar_.
Nice. Do you want to talk about some of your cool stuff that you do on LA, buddy?
Oh,
You
yeah,
don't
I
have
do
to.
I do comedy and sketch comedy and improv comedy out here in Los Angeles.
Yeah. And your videos, Waiting Room Mag, right?
Yes,
Yours and Lizzy's?
Max. Yes, we got some sketches up on the YouTube as well as Instagram.
Yeah. Check out their stuff. Awesome. And Lizzy.
Yeah, same stuff as Clark said, comedy, all that good stuff. But my handle is Radiator Burn. All one word.
Yeah. And then on Instagram or Twitter, it's Radiator_burn. Is that
That's
true?
on Twitch.
Oh,
I'm
Twitch.
taking a
Oh,
hiatus.
okay. Sorry, buddy. I need to take that underscore out of the overlay. I think I was going to do that last time. I
No
apologize.
worries.
I'll take that out. But
Doesn't
yes,
matter.
listen to Lizzy, Radiator Burn, all one word. And yeah, anything else? So your Twitch, Waiting Room Mag, live shows in LA, so
That's
many cool
it.
stuff. Excellent, cool.
It's all the
Yeah,
stuffs.
check out Lizzy's stuff and follow her. And last but not least, Jay.
Hey, Jay. Excuse me. Burped. I have a play that's opening May 5th. at the Crane Theater called The Tourist Trap in Minneapolis. If you're in Minneapolis, go see that. I am in a Z-Fest film that happens this coming Friday. I didn't get tickets, and I think it's sold out. So it's gonna be a movie I never see that I'm in, and maybe it does well. There's a chance I'm up for something like an actor thing, but like I'm not
Will
gonna see
you ever
it.
know?
I'll be playing Magic, I think, during it. But anyway,
Yeah, Magic the Gathering.
Badass.
Friday is Bird of Magic, the Gathering.
Would you
and
say
then-
I'm your magic sire since I got you?
Yeah, you
into
are.
Magic, yeah. I didn't ask
Legit.
permission for it, so I think I'm fucked.
Nah.
So-
Legit, everyone. I was going through a breakup and I was passing through Chicago, and Dash is like, "I'm so sorry, bud. Here's a deck."
Perfect.
I gave him his first Magic the Gathering deck.
Yeah.
And then he went
Now
home
I
and
haven't looked back.
your
so
friend was like, "It's all over, man."
It's all over, man. Yeah.
Cool.
So, otherwise, my brother just had another baby.
Double Uncle Jay.
Hey!
Double uncle. Yeah. I have a
Congrats.
nephew. Yeah, I have a niece and a nephew now.
Nice.
Right.
Awesome.
Very nice.
Rad.
And we can follow you at Kistler J, right?
At Kistler, I need to think of something more creative than that, especially if I want to like, I don't know, not. I'm not a big deal. Maybe it'll be fine. Yeah.
I think you're doing great.
We're getting deep on this outro.
I think you're doing great.
Sorry. Yeah.
I think
I
you're
love
doing great.
it.
Yeah. I like the J with 9 A's if you want my opinion.
That
I
one's
think
good.
that's my favorite. Yeah. And then Kistler J on Twitter.
That's right.
Cool. Awesome. Anyway, great outros, everybody. Thanks so much. Make sure and follow everybody. Everybody makes great stuff and they're great people. Thanks so much for joining us, and we'll see you for the next episode. We'll see what happens to the NightTrap coterie. Things are really intense now. So, thanks for listening and watching, and we'll see you again soon. Switching over to the ending screen.
Bye-bye.
In 3, 2, 1. Bye.